What were the weather and the seas really like on our 53-day cruise from Los Angeles to Antarctica? Today we're sharing our experience and giving you some of our favorite port tips. If you missed part 1, you can find packing, photo tips, and onboard enrichment there.
You'll notice that Princess doesn't put this in their brochures. This is the severe end of it. There's a couple things going on here. Number one, we're going up the one face of a roller and we're smashing down the other side. I can tell this is a shorter ship because our big ships don't do this. We tend to cut through the waves, which means the waves will roll up. I've experienced waves coming up to deck 7 and washing deck 7. Now, when it gets to be that high of waves, it's a bit of a safety thing, so we close down the decks, that kind of stuff.
How rough has this actually been for us?
That was a fear we had before we came on, even though we kind of really wanted this. Okay, so the Drake Passage can be very smooth. They call it Drake Lake. It can be rolling. They call it Drake Shake. Or it can be the Monster Drake, which is what you see on YouTube of these gigantic waves and the ships going up and then dropping into the spray, you know.
Yeah, we didn't see that.
That's the kind that kind of scares you. Like, you kind of want to say you lived through it, but you also don't want to die. So, you know, if you're like us and you're thinking these things, do you want to know what we had? Mm-hmm. Not going to be the same every time. No. Obviously.
And we had a little bit of rocking and rolling, and it got a little bit of rough.
I'd say we had Drake Shake.
Yeah, a couple of days. You know. But for the most part, it's been just fantastic sailing.
Yeah, I don't think it was very different than the other oceans we were in.
No,
we had that off and on. Mm-hmm. I would say it's similar to crossing the Atlantic.
Yeah, so it's very similar to that. We did hit some high winds, and so that rocked the ship a little bit. But for the most part,
it wasn't bad, and we didn't hear a lot of people talking about getting sick. We didn't see, you know how sometimes it's rough and there's no one around? You're like, oh, everyone's seasick in their cabins. It wasn't like that.
We didn't see that, so you know, that was good, I thought.
Yeah, and then in Antarctica, I was really surprised because it was so smooth sometimes. Not the whole time. We had windy days. We had rain.
Snow.
We had snow, we had fog, and apparently it can be totally white out of fog sometimes. So we were very lucky it was never that. But a lot of the time, it was almost like Alaska Inside Passage.
Yeah, it really was.
Just the most beautiful water that you just wanted to water ski.
Yeah, you wish you could get out and water ski until you feel the air temperature and you're like, oh, no way.
I mean, you could just see the mountains reflected in the water sometimes. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it really was.
So a couple interesting things that we learned on our enrichment classes. So if you've been to Antarctica, that means you stepped on the land. If you've been to the Antarctic, you could have just sailed by.
That's us.
Yeah. So we're going to mix it up because, all through all our stuff, it's all mixed up. But what we did was we sailed by, we went to the Antarctic. We did not step foot on Antarctica, which is a land continent. Okay, also, the polar circle, this was something interesting we learned and didn't know because we had just cruised Norway and we went into the Arctic Circle up there and also in Iceland. But down here, the polar circle, the latitude that the polar circle is at, only smaller vessels can go within that.
Yeah.
Larger vessels are limited to like 64 degrees something. So we'll pop up the certificate they give you for having gone there. The true polar circle is actually differentiated by the temperature of the water. It's called convergence, and it's a wavy line. We'll put up a picture of that. We did go inside that, so it depends how you define it. But if you're really into the technical aspects and you are one of those people that counts countries by whether you touched it here, you did this activity there, you care.
Okay. One of the other things we kind of want to just touch on in this video is the ports in general. We've done videos on some of the ports. We did one on Lima. We did one on Puntarenas, not the Chile, Costa Rica. So kind of want to give you an idea. Look at some of those.
Yeah.
But ports in general, unless it's a major city, they're going to be small.
A lot of them are tender ports.
Yeah.
Which is very important if you are planning private excursions.
Right.
If you're doing private excursions, which is what we usually do, it saves a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
A couple words of advice. It could take you 2 hours to get off the ship. That is not unusual. Sometimes you're a half an hour tender ride away. And all of the ship excursions go out before you do.
Correct.
So don't think you can just get right off.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing is that the ports get missed sometimes. We've missed a couple ports.
Right.
Or been very late to port because of weather or medical emergencies.
Right. So
the third thing is that if they tell you you're late or you're missing the port, save that letter they send to your room because you're going to need it to make a claim on your travel insurance.
Right. So one of the things to consider as we talk about this is when we do excursions, you're either going to be doing a local excursion in the city or you're going to need to do an excursion outside of the city into nature because a lot of these ports are really more focused on the nature aspect.
And some of them really don't have much at all.
Correct.
But we'll touch on that in a second. So I would say the best penguin viewing, if you do the same itinerary we did, is definitely on Fort Stanley.
Yeah, Port Stanley, Falkland Islands.
That's in the Falkland Islands. We are going to put a link down below in the description. It's not a link to a company. I mean, unless I can find it, I'll look. But it's an email address that is an affordable tour to see the king penguins.
Correct.
The ship tours,
Not
right
affordable.
now, $700 a person.
Yeah.
Goes the same place in the same way as this other one that is a fraction of that. However, it books up months in advance. Even the ship tours book up months in advance. For the penguin viewing stuff, you have got to plan way, way ahead.
In advance. Yeah. Definitely have to take care of that and get that set up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to go through these ports that we stopped at and give you an idea. The first port that we stopped at was Manzanillo, Mexico.
Not a ton there, but it's a great day to lay out by the pool while you're in port or go get some Mexican food.
Right, and there's not a lot outside of Manzanillo either, so it is what it is. We did a video on Puntarenas, Costa Rica, and it's not a great walking area. There is some nice beaches there, really more local beaches. If you're going to get out, you want to get a tour and get out 2 to 3 hours to see the wildlife. The rainforest of Costa Rica. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just we had not planned on it. We planned on just staying in the port and realized that
not much
wasn't a lot there.
Okay. Panama. So you're going to stop at Fuerte, Amador, Panama, which is a fancy way of saying Panama Canal. Basically, there's nothing within walking distance except for, some lovely foliage and some shopping mall type areas.
Yeah, and they're not always open because they do observe the siesta there.
You can walk over and see kind of a bay over there where they have like some armaments from wars.
Yeah, but honestly, this is going to be one that you're going to need either a taxi ride in to see Panama City,
right,
or you're going to need an excursion set up.
And it is a hot, humid place. That is the hottest, most humid place we went, and we didn't go very far, and we gave up on walking too much. We're like, should we stay out here and wait till that restaurant opens and get a drink? We're like,
nope.
No, let's just go back to the pool.
All right. Manta, Ecuador is a nice beach town.
Yeah, it really surprised us. It was really cute. We saw some amazing pelicans.
She loves pelicans.
Diving into the water, eating fish. We went to a really beautiful upscale restaurant. We do have a video on that.
It's an overnight stop for us. It was Lima, Peru. We got off the ship. We did a couple of videos. We did a food tour. We did some other things there.
Yes.
See the videos, because Lima is just, it's an exciting place, really.
We loved Lima, and we loved having an overnight there. And we have a video that tells you exactly how to do it. Very easy. You don't even have to get local cash.
No.
So
it's definitely a do-it-yourself type
and
place.
they have great shopping there, like artisan type markets. Really great shopping.
Yep. Okay. Next place, Pisco. So Pisco is a wonderful drink made in Peru. They do make it in Chile also.
Pisco is a little town in Peru.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was remembering the drink.
And a drink.
It was very good.
I don't even...
Can't remember Pisco the town because we had too much Pisco the drink. That's
not true. Do you even remember it?
No, I don't.
The cruise port for Pisco, Peru is actually located in Paracas. So instead of taking an excursion into Pisco itself, we went and saw some really beautiful wildlife on a little boat. Super easy DIY. We'll tell you exactly how to do it in this video. Next, we went to forts in Chile.
Okay.
The first one is Coquimbo, which most people take a taxi or something to La Serena, which is not very far away and is like a resort place. We wanted to see the real Chile. We walked around Coquimbo. At first we thought there is nothing here. We took the suggestion to walk through the English town area, which was mostly like deserted and closed down.
Yeah.
But you know what, guys? This turned out to be a quite fascinating little place because of what I call beautiful ruins, you know, buildings that are falling apart, but they had beautiful architecture. Maybe now they're covered in street art.
Yeah, a lot of street art. Not so much graffiti like we think of in the U.S. It's more street art. It was cool.
And some with like political messages, some were more historical things. It was fascinating, the street art. Also, the town is like a hill, like a very steep hill, and there's just all these rows of stairs going up the hills.
Oh, dear
that
Lord.
are painted all interesting. There's some crazy pieces of artwork. We loved what we did.
Yeah.
So we're just going to show you a few of those right now as we're talking, and you can see if you want to get off. It was a very short area to walk around.
Yeah.
We spent most of our time looking for a grocery store to buy wine.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. You can just enjoy the scenery and get back off. There was a very long walking mall. It's not the kind of shops where you're going to find the things you want as a tourist. This is local Chile.
It's local.
These are, you know, like camera repair places and places where you buy work clothes or, you know, whatever, just washers and dryers. I don't know, all kinds of just things that normal Chileans are buying.
Absolutely.
Not tourists. The next port was a turnaround port because some people, that was where the first leg ended. Other people got on. It's Santiago, Chile. It's actually the port of San Antonio. It's not that close to Santiago.
No, it's not.
We're headed back to that area for a whole month. If you want to see it, follow us on Tay's Life with us.
Yeah.
We'll be on land.
We chose not to get off because of that.
We did not get off. I think we did the second time we went through there, and we just walked to a little grocery store and bought wine. Remember? Through that very sketchy area.
Yeah, probably did. Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot to see like right when you get off. It's a place to go into Santiago on a tour.
Right. It's a tour stop, really.
Okay. Portamont, Chile.
I love Portamont, Chile.
I loved Portamont, Chile too. It was so cute.
It's a little fishing village town type thing.
So you take a tender over. You really don't need an excursion there. It's a great place to wander.
Yeah.
They had lots of great shopping if you want like leather goods or
artisan
type stuff. And then it goes down into an area where
it's a fish market basically.
There's tons of these little shack restaurants with only a few tables.
You gotta try one.
Great seafood. Pick one, try it. And this huge market, like indoor or outdoor type market, you know, where there's crazy seafood for sale, guys.
Yep.
Like crazy things. So we had, what was the one that they're like those?
You gotta show them the video.
Okay, we'll show you the video. There was a bunch of things, and we tasted some cool stuff. Really fun. And you can walk around along the little boardwalk there. There's like a little island that's a very short, like
boat
ferry, I guess you would say, away. That's very cheap. You could go to that if you wanted to. But
yep. You can climb the mountain and look up there. Yeah, it's a neat place. Now, flip side of Puerto Montt, which we enjoyed so much, is Puerto Chabuco.
There is nothing.
All right, so we're here at Puerto Chacabuco.
Chile.
Nothing here, man.
There really isn't.
There's zero here. If you don't have an excursion booked out of here,
don't come ashore. There really is nothing here.
nada.
There's no restaurants, shopping. There's one tiny little dome area that you can take a free shuttle up to if you want like some handcraft stuff. But that's it.
Yeah. No,
and that is very minimal.
Yeah. So basically stay on the ship and take a look at this. It's beautiful, but you can see that from the ship where you got food, drinks, and comfort.
And if you're on the far side of the ship, there's so many cars and trucks, guys, blowing up dust. You can't believe it. Anyways, if you're on the far side of the ship, you're just looking at the nature and there's nothing blocking it. If you're here, all your nature that is so gorgeous, these snow-capped mountains, they're all blocked by wires and buildings and cranes and stuff, and it's all behind no access gates.
Or barbed wire.
Yes.
Like what's down there. Barbed wire.
There is no nature walk, despite what they tell you. You cannot take a taxi to go to the private park forest walk. That's it. There's no taxis. There aren't even any taxis. Have you seen a single taxi?
I have. I have seen several taxis.
Okay,
yes.
I take that back. Tim saw some taxis, so I don't know. Try your luck if you dare. So the next thing you do is go to Amalia Glacier, which it's good they went to it first, because then you're impressed with it, right? Because you're like, okay, this is similar to Alaska. This is cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool glacier. And then they say we're going through Glacier Alley, which is like 5 more glaciers. Holy cow. Okay, let's talk our Amalia Glacier experience. What do you think?
I think good morning. That's what I think. This was early.
It was a really early morning. We got it at like 4:30 to get this great seat up here. But then, I don't know, it's kind of been like off and on, crowded and not crowded.
Kind of gone back and forth.
Up in Skywalkers. But I will say, as far as how great of a glacier was this, if you've been to Alaska comparatively,
It looks the same to me. I mean, I don't have the ability to say this one is finite, this or that, but I look at them and they look the same.
yeah, it's a little better than the small glaciers in Alaska, but not as good as Glacier Bay,
Yeah.
I would say. Also, it's raining today, so it's not that bad. This is how wet I just got. It was raining more earlier, but it's kind of misty, and so it's not super clear. I don't think you're getting the light on the ice where it really looks blue. And actually, it's one of the few glaciers in the world that has pink. But you don't see it because it's not light enough. It's not that cold.
No, we're in sweatshirts and we're able to go outside and enjoy it.
Most people are really bundled up, but this is way less cold than Norway looking for the northern lights.
Absolutely.
And way less cold than, honestly, the glaciers in Alaska that we saw.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think it's because there's no wind.
Yeah, and that's true. There is zero wind out there. It's actually really nice.
Yeah.
And we are super close to the glacier because of that. It's the boat's able to get right up in here.
Yeah, really.
So yeah, it's that way it's beautiful. Sunlight, yeah, we're lacking a little bit of that, which limits kind of.
So what else are we doing today? So we're gonna head back out of, I think this is called the Nelson Sound
Okay.
or Nelson Fjord,
And then
Nelson Channel, something like that.
And then we're gonna go for the full Nelson.
Then we're going into the Magellan Strait. So this was a very early morning from 6 to 7 a.m. Time here at the glacier because there's a huge storm actually, which you wouldn't know it from in here, but yeah, huge storm, very, very windy, high seas.
So they're trying to get ahead of that.
Yeah, so they're trying to get into the Magellan Strait before it's too dangerous. So anyways, wish us luck. We'll see what happens. I mean, you'll know in seconds. We won't know for a couple hours.
Okay. So, everything seems calm right now, but the captain came on and told us that we were going to go into 5.5 meter swells and 50 knot winds. They've already canceled Puntarenas, and we're going into Ushuaia early. So, this could get really interesting. Right now, it's pretty calm.
Later. I can't believe it. I thought we were about out of it with that wind, but this wind is crazy. It's basically like a bunch of islands that you're passing. So we think it's going to get wild. So we'll tell you about that when it comes.
All right, so the captain just came on, said the swells are up to 20 feet.
Dolphin, deck 9.
And the wind is 60 to 70 knots. You just go from glacier to glacier to glacier, and they're so massive and so beautiful and so stunning. You're just like,
and so much blue ice in there.
Oh gosh, you just can't even fathom it.
And then the color changes. The fresh water from the melting glaciers merges with the seawater. You're in the straits down at the bottom of Patagonia. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
This whole Magellan Passage area and its little subsidiaries, it's really gorgeous. Sit in a place where you can see it. Don't miss it.
Yeah,
Who cares what the ship entertainment is that day? It is not going to hold a candle to what you're just going to see out the windows.
Yeah.
So even if they don't announce it and make a big deal out of it, definitely sit there and watch it.
Yeah, it is beautifully stunning.
Stunning.
Okay.
We thought, how could Antarctica ever be better than this? It's different. Completely different. Don't think I'm going to see this in Antarctica. It's different.
Yeah, and the honest truth is that that's partly why this is in 3 legs and why it's done the way it is because each section is different.
Yeah.
But man, to do it all together is just
yeah.
insane. Be sure to stay tuned for part 3, where we show you the surprising weather we got in Ushuaia. We're going to show you some real cute penguins we saw in the Falkland Islands. We are going to take a little tour of Antarctica, show you what was going on down there. And then, you know what? We're going to head up to warmer weather in Argentina and Uruguay. Had to remember that place, couldn't forget it. And most of all, though, we're going to show you what life was like actually on the ship. If you've enjoyed this, hey, see the playlist right here that shows all the videos we've talked about. And guys, thanks for sailing with us, and we hope to see you out on the seas. Travel bigger now.